I have an outdoor build company. I spend no money on marketing. How can I grow more into this? And then I want to have like more cash flow. I'm thinking of like going into maintenance.
Okay. All right. So first off, how I would do it is exactly what you mentioned, and that is, as much as I want to keep doing, it sounds like one-time projects, outdoors, awesome, let's go. I'm gonna try to bake in some sort of recurring revenue off the back of those installs or those big projects. Whether it be home, like, do you do all sorts of handyman, or do you do mostly remodels, or what's kind of your bread and butter?
Remodel, so everything. So I usually get a project from zero and just build it all the way out.
Yeah. So I think every single big project you install, you're wanting to try to sell them some sort of maintenance package. That maintenance package, if they accept it, is going to come with a warranty on all the work. So if anything happens wrong, if something gets chipped, you just recover. You come back and fix it. There's an element that you'll be able to sell that to if it's a premium customer. That is a harder recurring package to sell. And so what you're likely going to do is get in the door with the one-time job, but then have a list of all the things that happen in a house that need to get done by someone like you. For example, checking the water heater, cleaning out air filters, cleaning out vents. There's a list of things that a homeowner has to do that they call someone like you for. And so you might be going and doing a kitchen remodel, but I'm going to be walking out of there after pitching them this service that you would create on like a monthly or quarterly basis, that you do these things so they don't have to think about it. And so I would be looking at it as like a very slow burn, because you're probably only going to get $99 a month or whatever it is for that service, but you're going to try to sell that to every single project you do. And over the course of a few years, you now build it where 30-40% of your revenue is coming from this recurring stream, and likely services that can be done by someone that's lower skilled as well. So someone that you can send out and be like, hey, go knock out these 30 or 40 jobs that are vent cleaning this week. And then, the next one's like, okay, you got to go and put the little faucet covers, the foam, it's to winterize things. Those are the type of things I'd be looking for and trying to sell to every one-time project and turn them into recurring revenue.
Okay, so this is, just to be clear, I do outdoor builds.
Okay.
So just like the landscaping, hardscape, and
I thought you said me.
outdoor living.
I apologize. I thought you
Yeah.
meant remodels like indoors. Okay, you're talking about design build. Okay, same thing applies. Same thing applies when it comes to landscaping. If you install irrigation, if you install a hedge, if you install a wall, all of those things, especially outdoors, because now we're talking about living things like plants that need maintenance, or we're talking about soil that grow weeds. All of these things you can sell a maintenance package for after you sell the initial job. So for example, if you install a bunch of irrigation, a bunch of plants, you say, hey, look, if you sign up for the maintenance on the irrigation, where we're going to blow it out at the end of the year, we're going to start it up at the beginning of the season, we're going to adjust it twice a year throughout, make sure that the drip is good, make sure the spread is good, all these things. If you get that, you get warranty on all the plants, and if anything ever dies, as long as you're on that program, you'll be covered. So you're trying to bundle in, things like warranties, guarantees, and just overall maintenance and repairs with that monthly service.
So one last thing, Mike, how do I learn these, like how to price this, like these maintenance stuff, and is there anywhere you can guide me to go and like, okay, buy that course, read this book, or something like that?
Well, like doing the services themselves, I think you probably know how to do. So for example, like the irrigation example, you probably know how long it takes to blow out. You probably know how long it takes to start up. You probably know how long it takes to adjust the sprinklers mid-year. You would generally be able to look, okay, over the course of a year, it's going to take me 30 minutes to blow out, 30 minutes to start up, 30 minutes twice to do adjustments. And then I'm also going to trim the bushes, pull any weeds, and do all these other tasks. Okay, over the course of the year, that's going to be 10 budgeted hours. Great. I'm going to show up every single month, and I'm charging $100 per hour. I'm just making up numbers right now. Great. That's about $90 per month I'm going to have to charge, and that's assuming 10 budget hours. I'm going to assume, so I'm going to create a level billing contract inside of my CRM, like Homeworks, where I'm going to create, okay, every month I'm charging them $90. But underneath that, I have all these different services with a budget hour assigned each. So the startup, the blowout, the 2 different times I adjust, my weeding, my bush trimming, I put all of those in underneath the level billing contract of $90 or $100 or whatever it is that it works out to be. And I would then put those visits on the wait list. So things like blowout, you don't really know exactly when you're gonna do that as you head towards the end of the season. I'd throw those all on the wait list. And then when you get to that season, that time, like, okay, great, this week we're gonna do all the blowouts. You go on the wait list, select that service, and move all of them onto the schedule.
Okay. All right.
Does that make sense? What part of that didn't really click?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It's just so new to me. I'm still processing it.
No, I get it. Well, I would recommend doing, because you do in-person estimates. And so the advantage is to be able to spend that time with the customer pre-selling this before the job starts. So there's several times you can sell this. I would do it before the job and show the package of the optional add-on. Try to get them to commit there. Some percentage will. Then after the install, they're super happy. It's like, this is awesome. You do it again. And if they haven't accepted, like, hey, by the way, do you want these plants to always look good? Like, by the way, the irrigation needs to be turned off. Here's a long list of instructions for irrigation. Boom. They're like, oh my word. You're like, or do you just want to sign up for this program? And we'll be here next month to make sure everything's good and everything's warranted, etc. So like you can kind of see different places in the sales process as to when you do that upsell.